Hello Pisces, and welcome to my channel. This is your January 2020 reading. So I'm trying something a little different. It is not necessarily going to be a love reading. This is more about, if you are happily with someone, that's wonderful. If you are happily single, that's also wonderful. This is going to be more about like what you can expect for yourself, what you've recently dealt with, what you can expect for yourself, and the energies that you're in now, and how to support yourself in positive change, and how to sort of circumnavigate some of the things that you might not want to deal with moving forward. So this is kind of like an overall general reading. We'll get 3 cards for your recent past, we'll get 3 cards for your present, and we'll get 3 cards for what you can expect moving forward. And I don't like to waste too much time, so let us get into it. Dear guides, guardians, and spirit, Most High God, universal energy, please allow me to see for the Pisces collective all that they need to see and hear for today. It's a general reading. Please allow me to have clear discernment and vision, understanding for the messages being presented here for the Pisces collective. May the truth say be in me, may the truth be mine, may everything that I speak come straight from the divine. And let us go. All right, Pisces. Some of y'all are getting your best life. Hello. Listen, y'all are getting a good reading here. So what I have is the 10 of Cups. This is like the happy home and family. This may not be for all of you Piscean people, but in your own personal life now, whether or not you have an ex or like you're dealing with some crazy love situation in your own personal existence, your home life is balanced and peaceful. Maybe outside of those walls and outside of those doors, it is not, and you have you're dealing with some craziness. But within your own energy, in your own space, in your own home, you are balanced and at peace. And you are having this 10 of Cups sort of situation here. Now, the Chariot is here, and the Wheel is here. The Chariot is fast-moving energy, but this is also an indicator where some of you are going to be purchasing a vehicle or recently have purchased a vehicle, because this is like what you just dealt with. So that's why I'm saying you Piscean people are really having a good experience. Now the Wheel is here, and it tells me that if you've had some rough times in love, that energy is going to change, because the 2 of Cups is here for you now. The 2 of Cups is that mutual loving energy. I like to see it, for me, I know a lot of people put much energy on, because it's a major arcana, on the Lovers card, but the Lovers has a little bit more passion involved. It is not the emotional connection of Cups, because of the water energy that is carried with the Cups. It's sometimes if I just see the Lovers, I'm like, eek, because it can be flash in the pan energy. But if I see the 2 of Cups and the Lovers, I'm like, oh man, not only do you get the best sex with this person, but they also bring you that cup of tea first thing in the morning, or they'll make breakfast and do the coffee. You know what I mean? There's more than just a passionate exchange. There's also the care that goes into the connection afterward. Now the 7 of Wands is here, and the King of Cups is here. The 7 of Wands talks about defensive energy. It also talks about needing to defend your position, and that may be true for you, but that energy is shifting or changing. So if you felt like you've needed to defend a connection or a position, you no longer have to do that. All you have to do is be giving of your love, time, and energy. And I feel that your people's minds are going to shift. Now, I do see some of you have earth sign male energy coming in. For those of you who are divine feminine, I know we talk about things are fluid, and this may be a woman who is embodying masculine energy, but this feels like some of you are having a masculine energy that's coming in. And if you haven't communicated with them, or if communication has been wonky or weird with them, it looks like it's going to improve. And there's some kind of like really solid physical connection. This is usually my card for doing the wild thing. So I know that this is not a love reading, but that seems to be what has come up for you all, which is slow-moving energy with your love connection, but it does seem that they're coming in and clarifying some miscommunications that may have happened, or letting you know exactly where you stand with them. So if you had to be defensive with them in the past, or you're currently having to be defensive with them, this may not be a romantic energy, because if we're talking about single people, this can also be a business opportunity. It tends to be sex, not gonna lie. But if we're talking about single people, or people who are not even looking for a relationship, this can be someone who is bringing you business opportunities. And that someone may be showing up as an earth sign male, or someone who has really good business acumen. The other descriptors here are people who are have more earthy tones, so darker complected. They don't necessarily have to be like deep dark black color, but this is someone who has is a deeper complexion. This is also someone who is relatively good with money and may have their own business if you are single. But if you are having to defend your position about a loved one or a romantic partner, which is more the storyline that I'm feeling, that energy is going to shift, and you are going to have not only good communication, but also good sex. Excuse me for being crass. I just got to take it how it arrives. If you are having some financial issues or problems, you are going to get help from outside sources. And that is whether you are single or whether you are currently engaged. This card here talks about maybe receiving help from entities that are outside of yourself. So getting a bank loan, or this can be applying for like some kind of public assistance, or this can even be applying for programs that help you to like pay your bills off or pay down your bills. So this is help from an outside source when it comes to financials. We're going to pull some clarifiers. Nothing but money, honey. Okay. So these clarifiers are here, and they're like, we're telling a couple of different stories. Those of you, like I said, who have had to be defensive with family about another family member or even a romantic partner, you may have had to mourn the shape of the connection with your family. And you are putting an end to that cycle with them. It's almost like maybe if they were a little overbearing about who you're choosing as your partner, there was some putting up of some boundaries, and you're having to mourn doing that because it doesn't feel like some of you may have a hard time. It feels like some of you may have a hard time with putting up those boundaries. But after putting up those boundaries, now it's like it's time to get to work. And not just time to get to work in the sense that you have to work on them, but it's also like that may have been encroaching on your financial growth. So you may have been giving more to them as family than you were able to give to your work or to your romantic life. And now that you're able to put up this boundary or end this cycle, you're able to move forward. The Ten of Swords is also here. And that's, sometimes that can be being betrayed or having some kind of dysfunctional connection when it comes to love. But that feels like the familial energy and not necessarily your romantic partner or the person that you may have been trying to defend. The Page of Pentacles is here. So again, this is like earth sign energy. They may have come in with a small offer and dang. So when this happens for me, it's like, oh, I'm coming in with this small offer and family may have laughed it off. Like, you're going to accept that? You're so much better than this person, or this is like this teeny tiny offer. It's not anything, but you have decided to build with that offer. The Tower is here, and that talks about, again, a reshaking of foundation or a resettling of foundation. It talks about another event that kind of shakes everything down again. So you have set boundaries, but we may be at a point where there are some lines being crossed. You are going to have to be strong because things may not be as they appear, but you have the vantage point. For those of you that are single, this is an advice, or those of you who are, you know, happily single or happily in a relationship, this is advice about building financial stability and how things may not be as they appear. So you always want to check the stability of your investments, time investments included, and gain the upper hand or gain the vantage point. I'm going to pull from the Lemurian deck because I feel like that deck really likes you guys. The solar plexus chakra card is out. That's that power chakra. So this is again talking about you standing in your own power and really not giving it away to other people, to be able to set boundaries and also to move forward with real authentic energy. When that arrives, it's like moving into this with clarity, moving into your stance with clarity, and just not budging, and not in a negative way. But you've stated your desires, you've stated what you needed, what you wanted, and it's okay to rest in that. Furred and feathered friends. This talks to me about getting guidance or spending time with animals, but also noting when animals are arriving. So sometimes we can notice, like, I live in upstate New York, so there's a lot of hawks everywhere. And you can notice when these birds present themselves, and usually they have some kind of meaning when they do present themselves. So notice the animals that are crossing your path, and you can always go and look in books like Animal Speak or just going and Googling animal totem and then whatever animal you noticed. That can give you sort of your like guidance, your message. And it says to like be mindful of that because they are bringing messages. The other part is animals put us in a vibration of like generosity, of kindness, of wanting to take care of. And you may need to shift your vibration to benevolence if you have been in combat for a while. Crystal Keys is here. That often talks about you having the key to success inside of you and using your vantage point to more clearly use those keys available to you. So it's kind of like you can see, now you know the path. Don't go off the path because someone else says, oh, I need you over here and I need you over there and I need you here and there and everywhere. And what this means is really stay focused on the path that you set out for yourself and maintain the boundaries that you've set out for yourself so that you're not moved off of the path. Is there anything else? Okay. That is all I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for dropping by my channel. If you like this, please give it a like. If you'd like to see more like this, I'd love to hear that in the comments. And, you know, subscribe because that way you can get more fun time with tarot. Thank you so much and have a great day.